Hi Rupa here. This is first lesson that we are going to learn in Excel basics. So here Excel is used in any organization to manage the data, right? So whatever transactions or any data like product details or stock details or to employee details, any data that belongs to the organization can be managed and maintained in a structured way using Excel. So Excel is the popular spreadsheets used by organizations all over the world, and it will help you to do some calculations, searching the data easily in a quick manner, and this is a very good application that used in organization. So here we will go with Excel basics. So the topics that are covered in this video session are the following, like we'll be learning what is the screen. Excel screen means what are the buttons, the toolbars, or the options that we used in Excel, everything, and the shortcut keys that are helpful to navigate on the Excel sheet very easily, and some menu options, all file menu options. When you click here in the menu bar, you can see some menu, so left side. So these menu options will be learning here, and formatting your Excel sheet, data types, conditional formatting, insert and delete rows, and then alignment options, auto fit options, formatting the table, cell references, formulas and functions, pivot table, pivot chart, charts in Excel, spark lines, and then illustrations, printing options, converting text to columns, autofill and flash fill, what if analysis, subtotals, proofing, comments, protecting your data, workbook views, zoom options, free swing pens, assignments, all will be there. So up to here topics will be covered. Assignment will be followed after completion of the course. So these are the topics we'll be covering in the basics Excel. So Excel, if you want to learn from the like you are a beginner, then it will be very helpful. If you are a student, it will be helpful. If you don't have any knowledge on and saving your data in computer in a structured way, then you can learn basics and start doing your work using Excel. Okay, these are the things here we will be learning. So here we will go. The first thing is the basics of Excel. What are the basics you need to know before starting work on your Excel? So first thing is the ribbon. What is this ribbon? So nothing but when you open Excel, when you install, this is a application software, right? So when you install Microsoft Office in your system, it will be it is a suite. Microsoft Office is a suite which contains Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Notebook, OneNote, everything. Okay, so here we are learning Excel. So install Microsoft Office, Excel will be there, and you can open Excel by going into the start button here, and when you see here, you can see Excel will be installed like this. This is the icon of Excel. When they save any file in Excel format, the icon will be representing it for that file. Okay, so when you click here, Excel will be opened like this. This will be like this, like a blank workbook. You can see now the Excel screen is very blank. This is my Excel screen. And now here you can see the title of the book. By default, it will show you book 1. And right side you can see close, restore, minimize buttons. And then downside you can see this is the menu bar where the menu options will be showing up. So file is when you click, you can see a menu. This view we call as backstage view. Okay, this view we call as backstage view. When you click on file, you can see the backstage view. Again, if you click this back button, you will come back to main menu. Okay, so this is how we view the Excel. And then below, when you see this home tab or insert tab or page layout tab or formulas, whatever tabs you are opening, this you can see this area, gray colored area which you will be seeing, is called as ribbon bar. Ribbon bar contains all the menu options that you have selected. Okay, so this is ribbon bar area. Next, workbook. When you open any Excel, the Excel will open in a workbook. So this is the name of the workbook. Basics, I have renamed it. By default, it will be book 1 or book 2 if you have opened second one, third one, book 3, like that. If you want, when you are saving the file, when you are saving the Excel file, you can rename the book name, whatever name you name. Okay, and in the downside, every workbook contains sheets. Okay, so when I open a new file, see, when I go to file and open a new workbook, you can see sheet 1 is a default name, book 2 is a default name. And if you want to save this file, so we can save by going into the file and save the file. You can see when I save the file, use location somewhere. Let me save it on desktop. So I'll save on desktop. I'll rename this book 2 as class 1. Okay, the save as type Excel workbook. Save. So file is saved, and in this workbook, class 1 workbook, I have sheet 1. If you want to add one more sheet, just click on this plus button, sheet 2. Click on this plus button, sheet 3. So by default, one sheet will be visible. If you want to add any number of sheets, you can add by clicking this plus button. Okay, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like that you can add a number of sheets. So this is class 1. All the sheets are belong to this class 1 only. Right, and if you see the worksheet, cells. So what are these cells? Nothing but the sheet is, you can see visible in a grid lines, right? So the where the column and the row meets, we call this area as one cell. Okay, well, the row and column meets, we call as a one cell. These are cells. Entire sheet is divided into cells. In Word, we are having like a white paper, but here we are having like a sheet. This sheet is divided into grid lines. Each and every area we call as one cell, and this cell is having its own address. So what is the address? When you click on any cell, that column name and row number represent the cell address. So the columns are always represented with alphabets. A, B, C, D, you can see till Z, and you can see here scroll bar will be there, horizontal scroll bar. When you move this scroll bar, the sheet will be moved. Again you can see the button here. We are seeing only up to V. So when you click this button, you can see more sheets. So after Z, again it will start with A, B, AC, AD, AE, like that. So until it will go, moving on, triple A, triple B, triple C. So last column will be XFD. When you press Control plus right arrow, Control plus right arrow, you will move on to last column. So the last column is called as XFD. Okay. So again, when you select Control left arrow, you will come back to first cell. Control right arrow, last cell. Control left arrow, first cell. Like this. So this is XFD is the last column name. Name of the column is XFD. And how many columns are there? If you want to see, just we are having 16,384 columns. Total 16,384 columns. Note it down. These are all very important when you attend any interviews or any exams for Excel. You will be asking all these questions, basics questions. So you have to know total how many columns a sheet contains. So like the sheet 1 contains 16,384 columns, sheet 2 contains same, sheet 3 contains same. So every sheet has 16,384 columns. Now come back. Like that we are having rows. Rows are always numbered from 1 to 10,000 like that. So you can see control down arrow 10,000 10 lakhs 48,576 rows have one sheet contains 10 lakhs 48,576 rows. Okay, so these are number of rows and 16,384 number of columns. Note it down. Next, control up arrow to go back to first cell, control down arrow come back to last cell, control up arrow to go back to first cell. Okay, so these are number of rows, number of columns. So you need to understand all these things when you start working with Excel, and you can move from one cell to another cell using your tab key in your keyboard. Tab key, when you press, it will move to next cell. Arrow keys you can use to navigate into left and right into your cells. Okay, so this is about the first lesson, the basics. So we'll move on to next lesson.